It's Laura Eubanks of Design for Serenity with your succulent tip of the day. And spring has sprung, hasn't it? We're in Chula Vista at a maintenance that we do every single month, and this is what happened since last month. My goodness, we've got some weeds, some big ones, some big milkweeds, but no problem. It's really rewarding to pull them. Thought I'd walk you through and see what's going on in this garden. Oh, looky here. The client was concerned that the aeoniums had run amok in the containers with the Sansevieria, and they weren't wrong, right? So this is a really shady portico. So there's absolutely no problem with what Terry's doing right now, which is just cutting off the trunks to a desired length and literally setting the plants right back in. Look at that. So look at the difference. It took Terry all of like 3 minutes to reconstruct this planter. Isn't that fantastic? You can see what's left over after she pulled some things out and did some resetting.
And you could probably put one more in that front.
Yeah, and so that's what I'm talking about. Easy. I just got to show you this Euphorbia lactea. This is dappled sunlight in coastal Chula Vista, and isn't that spectacular? And look at this Crassula ovata. I haven't bonsai'd this. It's done this all on its own because this is kind of a shady spot, so it's not as dense as it might be if it were in full sun or in the East County. And look at this rubra, this Euphorbia Polygona, or Trigona Rubra. Just fabulous colors. Location really is everything, guys. As we walk through here, even the aloe vera, you know, I talk about how I like to work with this plant as a specimen, and see how beautiful and stately it is just as one, you know, when you take the pups off. Oh, look over here at these aeoniums. So some of these, you know, the aeoniums are a monocarpic plant. They've, you know, bloomed out. The blooms are done. So all you have to do is just cut off all of the spent blooms all the way down as close to the ground as you can. And then the rest of the plant material that hasn't bloomed out can just stay where it is. Now, if you don't like the look of this, like this right here, this cut joint, because see it bloomed out right there, or if you're not, you know, this stand is just looking a little gnarly to me. I'm not really in love with it. So what I can also do is take and cut off the rosettes. I can pull the whole thing out, cut off all these rosettes, and reset these pieces in the ground just like Terry did in that. Okay. Just Hannah says do it. Just like Terry did.
And just, why don't you just cut them low, because it'll regenerate at the stem as well. Remember, on some of them you don't have to pull the whole thing out.
Right. You know, you can pull the whole plant out, you know, or you can pull parts of it out. It really doesn't matter. You can do what you want. I just don't love the look of the trunk. So I want to get rid of as much of that as I can.
And don't forget, you can hide it.
Yep. Okay.
It's already looking better.
Yeah, already, look at that. That's already like 100% better. Now I can take these rosettes and, using my multi-tool, soften up the soil a little bit and just stick them in like handles on a cake. See how pretty that is? Now, you can't get away with this time of year in the hottest parts of the world because the aeoniums will burn. But remember where I am. I am Chula Vista coastal, so the temperatures are very mild. We aren't going to see temperatures hotter than low 70s for a long time, which will give these plenty of time to reroot and reestablish themselves. also this location, this microclimate that they're in, is filtered sun. So keep that in mind as well. Oh, all right. You want to check out the back? And a number of years ago, I mean like at least 10, this client got it in her head that she wanted black bamboo. And I did my research and I found out that it's a clumping bamboo. And I also learned that that's a lie. This stuff goes pretty much all over the place. And look at this. Look how that bamboo literally shot up through the leaf of that attenuata. That is nuts. So I call this job security because every month in the warm months, when I come here to do maintenance, I get to take off all of these shoots off of the black bamboo. So yeah, that's loads of fun. We also added in this bed recently, we added some variegated attenuatas. They haven't, you know, quite got their legs yet. They suffered a lot of hail damage. We got some hail around Christmas time this year, or a little bit after. So you can still see on the older leaves some of the mottling from the hail. But you can also see they've thrown off some pretty new leaves, which are absolutely fine. So I'll spend some time cutting back these bamboo shoots. Client also likes us to keep the wall clean. This is Boston ivy coming from the neighbors. So we just keep that snipped off. Easy peasy. Oh my gosh, look at all the lemons. Wow, those are like 50 cents a piece right now at the grocery. Oh, look at our little xeriscape. This is so near and dear to my heart because this was the first xeriscape that I ever did. And I'm gonna have to,
I'll get it.
yeah, we'll have to get that later. But look, here's some bamboo coming up over here. See what I mean? And this agave blood spot was a single specimen. She threw off a huge bloom spike about 3 years ago, and I just let it go, and then look at all of these babies that have taken over. I just think that's so pretty. Now I could start dividing if I wanted, and I probably would have 50 new plants, but I really like how that looks. I like that stand. And this bed here has transformed into one of my favorites in this garden. From the aloe to the truncata. I mean, even the Crassula argentea sunset is absolutely just spectacular. Yellows, reds, our aloe cameronii are red. And this was a very, very challenging corner that we couldn't ever really get anything to do well on. And the aeonium Zwartkoff, underplanted with the Petalanthus bracteus, has really been a winner. Now, it's still a little early in the season, so the Petalanthus are just getting their legs. They should start leafing out. This is a plant that in the springtime, if you want to promote faster leafing, you can give it some extra water. And oh, what can I say? The aeoniums, the quadricolor, the sunset jade. We even have a crested Fred Ives here. You know, I can't really take any credit for this. This is just Mother Nature all the way. How pretty. We have not really done much to this. This Senendenium grantii, I have a love-hate relationship with this. It looks bad more than it looks good. So we may end up rehoming this and finding something else to put in this spot. And this heavenly bamboo, there must have been 100 of these in this yard, and I have managed to get rid of all but I think 3 of them. So meanwhile, we've got a Kalanchoe bracteus that is looking really, really good in this dappled sunny spot, and this Aloe-Plicatillus hybrid. What a spectacular specimen tree that has been right here. Yeah, just, you know, overall, just so pretty, so spectacular. This is such an amazing time in the garden. I sure hope you're out enjoying it. I thank you all so much for subscribing, for liking this video, for buying all the crap in the shop. That's always fun to see you guys gearing up. So get out there. It's a beautiful time. This has been Laura Eubanks with Design for Serenity in Chula Vista and your succulent tip of the day. Bye, guys.